Yeah. Jay Summers, Morning Blend. And it's been an interesting morning blend, I tell you, this morning, as we get ready to record. I have not seen Furiosa, but Janelle and Tony have. So Janelle's going to go first, then Tony. Talk about Furiosa. I get to see it Thursday. What can I expect?
Did you see Fury Road? If you did, good. I mean, there are a lot of tie-ins, good. But however, it is a vastly different, in my opinion, vastly different movie than Fury Road. Fury Road seems very action-oriented. It was pow, pow, pow from beginning to end. Whereas I believe Furiosa is more of an in-depth movie. It deals with it really goes into a storyline. It has much more emotion in it. It is much more centered around a revenge story. There is action in it. Chris Hemsworth does a great job as the villain. Um, Anna Taylor, Anna Taylor
And
Joy.
yeah.
She's just so good in everything. It. She's very expressive without saying much. It felt like a movie that actually didn't have a lot of talking in the beginning at all. The pacing was good. I thought, in my opinion, it was a little too long. I know the two that I sat with, they thought it was just great from beginning to end. I was like, it could have been shaved a little here and there, but overall, thought it was a really, really good, fun summer movie.
Tony?
As Janelle said, I mean, this one is purely driven by excellent cohesive storytelling. If there's a gripe that I had about Fury Road, is there's just a lot of action, insane action, looked great. Wasn't a whole lot of story there. This one has a very in-depth story, as she said, jaw-dropping action, of course, and another great group of characters. Chris Hemsworth is Dementis here is the standout. Anya Taylor-Joy is great, and she really does a great job of channeling that inner Charlize, and honestly makes you double take a few times as well. But man, Chris is just having a blast with this. He chews up the screen. In my opinion, this is a 2.5 hour epic. It's a massive story, and I'm not saying it's it is an epic movie. Don't get me wrong, but it feels very much like an epic. It's split up by chapters, but it's very cohesive, and it's another very worthy addition to the Wasteland.
What would you rate it?
4.5 out of 5 for me. I know we talked about this, afterwards. And the more I sat on it, the more I thought about it. There really was very, very little that I could detract from it. So 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Janelle?
Yeah, I think he's gotten me convinced that it's about a four. I was trying to tell him it was a four. I think he's convinced me it's a 4.5 instead. Yeah, I think it really is good. It's really fun. I would be interested in actually seeing it on IMAX. I know we saw it on Screen X, but I would be interested in seeing it on IMAX and seeing if the cinematography was a little bit better and more captivating than maybe what we got to see.
Definitely. All right, so Tony and I are about to talk about Blue Angel, and Blue Angel is actually a documentary. It's Source of the Blue Angels, is a brand new documentary featuring never before seen footage that chronicles a year with the Navy's elite flight demonstration squadron. I'll go first, Tony. I thought it was amazing in what they go through training wise before they even get in the cockpit and to actually fly the planes was just, oh my God, I couldn't do it. I mean, there's so many things that they have to do physically to themselves to get ready for that G-force to actually fly the planes. And at the very end, when they talked about the formation, and you didn't know they were talking to each other, you know, to let them know how close they were to each other. And I thought it was great. How about you, Tony?
I really enjoyed it. There's so much. It's very, very in depth here. I had no idea about all this with the Blue Angels. Obviously, where you get are taken behind the scenes. You learn a ton. You're up in the skies. I'm sure it would look gorgeous on IMAX, which is the only place you can catch it in theaters. But I mean, it's just a really great in-depth look at the Naval Squadron and it really had me reminiscing as well back to my childhood when I saw them for the first time at the air show with my parents. And then I don't know about you, but I was definitely kind of mimicking those G-force tactics and what they do to the clenching and the squeezing and everything. I thought, I challenge anybody that watches that to not try it on their own. But I mean, I had a blast with it. It was a really, really great in-depth look, shot well, and it'll keep you entertained for sure.
How would you rate it?
I give it a 4 out of 5. I really hope people watch this on Prime Video when it hits. It's very, very much worth a watch. Very entertaining, and I said it. You will reminisce back the first time you either saw the Blue Angels themselves or heard about them.
I would give it 4 out of 5 too. Definitely. It is a great movie, and you definitely need to go to IMAX to see it. All right, our very last movie, which is Garfield. Take it away.
All right. Well, the Garfield movie, because we it's been that long since Garfield was on our screen. It's a cute, fun, reintroduction of the character. I took my 4-year-old who did enjoy it from start to finish. Pacing wise, the first half does require some patience, but the second half does have a good payoff. Chris Pratt is his normal charming self here for sure. The standout for me though, Ving Rhames, I thought he was hilarious. His comedic timing worked brilliantly. Samuel L. Jackson's funny, but I thought he was kind of wasted, kind of needed more from him for the character he played. Hannah Waddingham and Brett Goldstein, for you Ted Lasso fans, really great voice work in this as well. Again, satisfying. There's a fun little post credit tease. We're definitely not done with the Garfield franchise. The kids are gonna enjoy it. The parents will be okay. There are worse things, but yeah, 3 out of 5 for me for that one.
3 out of 5. All right, there you have it, folks. All of us together. We talked about all the movies that are going on this weekend. Go see Furiosa, Garfield for the kids, and Blue Angels while you're sitting in your seat. See if we can do it. The Blue Angels did. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.